Hello guys, welcome back to the next video tutorial of the JSON Parsing Android tutorial series. And in my previous video I have explained that what are the syntax of the JSON object and the JSON array node structure for the Android application development, and it is the same unique structure for all the applications. But if you do not know about the JSON object and the JSON array, then please go back and see my that video first. In this particular video I am going to tell you how you can parse the particular JSON string and get the details out of this particular JSON structure. So in this for this particular tutorial I am going to take this particular data which is defined over here, and I will define this data as a string in my application right now. So this is what the structure here. It is a JSON object which is defined in the curly brackets. Inside that one particular object is there which is named as the employee value, and this employee, it is an JSON array. So here it is defined as this square bracket. Here JSON object is there. Inside a first element is a JSON array which is identified with the name employee, and this array contain these several another objects which is defined in the curly braces. So here object is there, inside one array is there, and inside an array several objects are there which we can get the values of these particular details, and we can display these things in a required layout. Let's say here I am displaying this into the text view, simple text view, and you can also display this kind of a structure or this kind of a details in the particular list view, because it contains the same type of information that you have to parse. So this is what the structure which I have took for this particular tutorial. Employee is an array, but it is inside an object, and this particular array contains the three employee information. The fields are name, salary, and the marriage status. So this is what I am going to parse and display these things to the particular text view. So let's see. So first of all, go and create the particular Android project, and you have to create the particular layout for displaying this much information. So what I have done, I have just took a button on clicking on which it will parse this particular JSON structure, and it will display the information inside this below text view. So you have to take a one particular button on click which you have to get this particular structure parsed. So create the layout like this, take a button and take a text view. Now on the button click you have to define a several method. So let's say this particular method is defined with the call get details. So okay, so I have double click on it, so it will take some time for that. Oh, actually it's taking too much time. Okay, so here is the button, and here is the on click method which is the call get list method which is defined in the main activity. So let's go back to our main activity, inside which at the starting of the main activity outside the method in the class, here it is the final string employee which gives me this particular structure. So I have defined this structure as a string employee which is over here. So here it is the starting, it is a string, so it is in between this particular double commas, and here it is the starting of the Java node. And if you want to use the double quotes inside the double quotes, so you have to give the backward slash before that. So here how you can use the special characters to be identified in this particular Java. So a backward slash and the double quotes, so employee, again whenever the double quotes are there you have to define the backward slash. So here it is an employee name over there, then the array, then the object, the first object which is the name Purvi, the comma is there after this particular end of the value, comma, then the again the end of the string is over here, plus again the salary, it is there, end of the string is over here, plus the married status, end of the object is over here, comma, end of the string is over here, and plus the starting of the string, the new object, name, salary, married, and this so on. The structure is same as this particular structure, but you have to just put a backward slash before these particular commas wherever we require. And to join these particular strings, I have to this as a particular single string. So to join this particular string, you have to give the plus sign at the end of this particular line. So this is how this particular structure is defined with a particular string. Now go back to our call get list method, how it is working. So in the onCreate method, the set content view, it will give you the layout activity main, and for that the string final string will be our result string, where I am going to parse the details and give the details the parse details inside that. Now the text view that we have defined, we have to create the instance of that text view. So create an instance of the text view with the help of the find view by id, and give the id of that particular text view. So now we can access that text view with this particular name. Now first of all, create an JSON object. This is what the JSON object, I have defined the name equals to array because it contains the lot of information. So create the JSON object. This is the class by which you can create the JSON object. JSON object, name of the object is the array equals to new JSON object, and the particular name of this particular string. So this is what the employee string, and it will create the JSON object, this particular JSON object with the name equals to array. Now inside this particular employee object, what we have to get, we have to get this particular employee array. So for that we can pass this object and we can find the array. So how we can do that? So for that, JSON array jnode equals to array. This is what this object dot option for the JSON array of JSON array, that is what the employee. So from this particular object, that what we have created, this object, from this array you have to find out the array, JSON array. This is what particular employee. So this is what it has defined over here, array, the object dot op JSON array, that will look for the array, JSON array, which is defined with the name equals to employee, and create that array for the JSON node. Now our object is over here in the array instance, and our array is over here in the JNode instance. Now what we have to do, we have to iterate through this particular array, and we have to get this information out of this particular JSON structure. So for that, define a for loop, that is what the integer a equals to 0, that is starting from the element a is less than to the JNode dot length. So whatever the length of the array is there, it will parse this iteration to that particular value and the a plus plus. So now this is the array. Our loop will iterate to the different object, and this is what the single object. So when the value is equal to 0, we have to get this particular object first, and from that we can get these particular values. So the same thing is over here, that is what the for a equals to 0, it will get the first node. So that is what the JSON object equal to child object equals to JNode, that is from the array dot get JSON object a. So first of all, it will take the JSON object a, which is the 0 value. So it will get the 0th JSON object from the array. So that is what the child object at the position 0, it will get inside this. Now we have to get the particular key values. So final string plus equals to name plus child object dot opt string, that is what the name. The opt string method is there, which will locate for the particular string. Okay, so that is what we have to define the key value over here. So name is the key value by which it will look out for the value over in this particular JSON object. So this is what the thing, name equals to child object, that is what the first node dot opt string, and the pass the key value, that is what the name. Again final string plus salary, child node dot opt string salary, that is what the key value. So it will take the value over key, it will take the value from over here, and it will append this particular thing to the final string. Again final string plus equals to married child object opt string, that is what the married. So it will get the married status, the value is over here. So it will get the value of this particular object, and it will store that value inside the final string, and it will do the iteration for the all these particular nodes. So first of all it will do the iteration for the 0th node, then after it will do the iteration for the first node, then after at the last it will do the iteration for the second node. So this way it will iterate through the JSON array, that is what the J node, and get the instance of the each node, that is what the object, and get the key values with the help of this particular string, that is what the child object, the object instance dot of string dot the value of the key. So the value can be get with the help of the key value over here. So this is how it will do, and it will create the final string with the our parsed data. And make sure whenever you are creating or whenever you are implementing the JSON inside your application, it will require to catch the exception, that is what the JSON exception. So it should be in the try catch block. Now at the last, our all the data or all the parsed data which is inside the final string, we have to display that to the text view. So what I have done, the first of all I have created the log, that is what the JSON string, to see the JSON parsing is actually done or not, and then after I have displayed these things to the text view, that is what the simple set text method, the instance of the text view, that is what the TV final list dot set text, and the passing the particular string, that is what the final string. So this is how it is happening. So there was a little mistake of the just a comma, single comma is misplaced over there. So we again try to launch this particular activity, and it has launched this particular activity. So yeah, that's it. So this is how you can get this particular JSON string to be passed in your application. So this is, as you can see in the layout, there is a JSON demo, title is there, the button is there, get list, whatever we have created over here in our application, it was actually parsed and the data is displayed over here in our application. So this is what the parsed information in this particular format. So this is just a text view where I have displayed this particular information, but you can also take the list view, or you can generate the list of the particular employees, and so the parsed data in some kind of a manner that is very useful for your application. So this is what till now for our Android application development in the JSON parsing tutorial. And as you can see, this is what the very helpful data structure that we can use for our Android application development. And please subscribe to our channel and watch as many as video and share it to others also. Thank you very much.